basic idea is cars playing the drums, cars playing a rock and roll drum track, and it literally is happening. The initial challenge was just figuring out how the wheel would trigger a drum. The car had to be very close to the drum. It had to trigger the drum very precisely.
Then once we'd done the math, which was the biggest struggle, we designed this whole pedal mechanism that works from a pressure-activated switch, which runs a actuator in here, which pulls the pedal.
Then it became obvious that the placement of the drums was a mathematical thing. But it literally broke down into fractions of a second.
When they were laying out the measurements, they were laying it out a beat at a time. So in the musical notation, 4 beats is in a measure, and the measures were 1.54 seconds, or there's 155 beats per minute, is how the musicians figured it.
The concept demanded that we force the car into difficult driving situations. The car had no problem, but because you've got a camera at times attached to that car, and you've got a human element of the driver who doesn't want to wreck the car, you know, it becomes a far more challenging thing.
Any mistake you make is devastating. You're going to wreck things, you're going to cost time.
It was pretty amazing to me. It was the case that the car was precise enough and the driver was good enough.
The handling of the IS, the engineering that went behind it's all about precision. The F-Sport package is all new for 2011. The great thing about it is the engineers that tuned the LFA supercar actually had a hand in tuning the suspension characteristics of this car. So there's a real trickle-down effect from our supercar to the car that you can buy on the showroom floor.
So here's the piece of music, and what we're doing right now is we're setting up what we call measure 8-9, or as drummers would say, bar 8-9. So it starts out with the snare, 2 kicks, tom 1, 2 kicks, tom 2. You're going to end up sounding like. Pretty much everyone knows when he gets it, because you can actually hear the sound of the drums playing in time. It sounds fantastic. It's groovy. You can dance to it.
I'm not a musician. I don't play any instruments. But I guess technically speaking on this, I can say I played the drums.
.306 horsepower, race-inspired paddle shifters, and F-Sport tuned suspension, all available on the new 2011 Lexus IS. It isn't real performance unless it's wielded with precision.